Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network.
It's time to get educated on your Second Amendment right. It's time to get locked and loaded with Gun Sports Radio. Your hosts, Dave Stahl and Lance Pelkey, will teach you everything there is to know about firearms, self-defense, and the laws that affect your American right to own and bear arms. Now, here's your host, Dave Stahl and Lance Pelkey.
Folks, welcome back. You are listening to Gun Sports Radio right here on FM 96.1 AM 1170. The Answer. I'm Dave. He is Lance.
Dave.
We got a full house. We got Michael Schwartz. We got Sam the Gunman all the way from the other side of the country. And then, of course, we have Gina. Gina's always with us. We love having her here. This segment's brought to you by Gun Range San Diego. I'm telling you, folks, I coined it the Nordstroms of gun ranges, just not the price. And let me tell you, everything you'll ever want to know and learn can all be done at the Gun Range San Diego. 7853 Balboa Avenue, 7 days a week, 10 to 10. I think they only close, Christmas and maybe Thanksgiving.
Like 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, if that.
Always open.
And the thing I like about this gun range, and yeah, there's tons of gun ranges in the area, but what I like about this that makes it stand out is if you're a first-time shooter, they'll take care of you like family. If you've been a long-time shooter like Mr. Schwartz or even Mr. Pelkey, they'll take care of you just as well,
Miss
if not
Gina.
better. Or even Miss Gina. Yeah, that's
Jeez,
one
you kidding me?
That's one packing lady, man. I mean, she's got more guns than I got. And we had such an unbelievable time last night. For all you folks that didn't go to the gun prom, neener.
How fun was that?
You know, and I think a lot of it has to do with your lovely wife. I know she busted her,
gosh.
What.
Yeah.
I don't think she smiled hardly at all last night. I kept trying to get her attention and try to get her to smile. Crack me a smile, girl. No, she was too intense. She was either taking care of the raffles and OMG.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're into raffle prizes, I don't know anybody that had raffle prizes like you had last night.
A lot of great prizes. Did you see the Boba Fett gun?
Yeah, I know. I'm not happy I didn't get it. Everybody wanted the Boba Fett gun and the helmet.
Wanted the Boba Fett.
Who won that?
Is Seth. A guy named Seth out in East County won it.
He's got it. He's probably wearing it right now, listening to the show.
Last time I saw the helmet, Jamie Franks from Top Shot, who was there, he was wearing the helmet. They were taking pictures.
It was awesome.
That was great. And then our own board op, Hannah.
First ticket pulled.
Glock
26.
She's been all over us for months. I need a gun. I need a gun. Okay, come to gun prom. Boom, got a gun.
So she's gonna go down to Trident.
Yeah.
They're gonna hook her all up, and then she's gonna go to Gun Range San Diego.
Yes.
Take some classes.
Yes.
I just think it's wonderful.
So the Gun Range San Diego donated an AR. And the lady who won the AR, beside herself with happiness, sent me a message. She wants to get more involved with the organization. She loved the AR. She was so excited. She couldn't believe she won it. She can't wait to go become a customer of the Gun Range San Diego. And it's just wonderful.
And what about that really good-looking brunette that won? Looked like an AR. And she was holding it over her head. She was hooting and hollering. Real pretty lady.
I think her name's Eileen.
Oh, yeah, Pelkey.
Look at that. Eileen won that AR, man. And she was dancing with that thing, holding it up.
No, that was... Well, and it was such a great event. We had Duncan Hunter there.
Yep.
We had... what's her name?
Marie Waldron.
Yeah, well, Marie Waldron was there. And then the lady from your group, the one that did the speaking there.
Wendy
was there.
We're talking about Not Me SD.
Yeah, that's
very cool.
Cardinal was there.
Sam, what did you say about Sam the Gunman, my nephew? What did you say about the crowd? Earlier we were talking. And
what'd you think?
What was your observation? 600 people, and what was your observation?
So my biggest observation about the crowd, other than that it was 600 people, was that they were all different kinds of people. I'm not saying this very well, but like people from all walks of life, all sorts of people, and they were all here. They were all excited about the same thing. They were all united under one common goal.
And the funny thing is, you'd walk up. Yeah, and these are people that if you just seen them all on the street, I'll bet you $1 you couldn't tell which ones were gun enthusiasts and which ones aren't.
Yeah,
right?
Everyone from your stereotypical guys with beards who go out shooting every Sunday,
tattoos
or whatever.
Everywhere.
Yeah, to school teachers.
Board ops.
Yeah.
I mean, who in the world would think Hannah weighs all of 35 pounds would even care about carrying a gun?
Yeah.
I mean, but this girl is, she's taking Wheaties as we speak just so she can handle that Glock.
Helps if you get a gun for free.
Every year at gun prom, someone comes up to me and says, man, I came here and it's so much fun. And I met somebody who I haven't seen in years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Met somebody I haven't seen in years. And this year, the story was a guy who was a SEAL met one of his BUDS instructors. So that was the story this year.
No.
I haven't seen him in 30 years. Can't believe it. So,
well, it really brings a community together. Wouldn't you agree?
The dinner does a lot of things, but the most important thing it does is we're building a community that exists but just isn't gelled yet. A community that's out there all these people are out there in San Diego, but they don't know each other exists, so they're coming together under this Second Amendment umbrella, which is the part I like about, geez, I've been going to church with this guy for 10 years. We had no idea that we were, talking about guns, or, oh my gosh, we haven't seen each other since military service, or, oh my gosh, I used to do what, and now they're coming together under the Second Amendment umbrella and having fun and building community. And
my wife ran into people she works with that she didn't even know were gun enthusiasts. You know, so I
what'd you think of that video? So that was the point of that video. Remember the third date video?
Yeah, it was awesome.
So for those who haven't seen the video yet, we're going to put it up on YouTube. But we did a video that had basically a couple that were dating, and it was their first interaction about the fact that they were gun enthusiasts, and but that was what that.
Are you a wannabe producer?
Okay, so
because you really like doing videos, you really like doing this stuff. You and your wife, you make her do things that are crazy.
So I got to tell you, this is all Exis Hoffman, Wendy's husband, Exis.
Oh,
Exis. These are his videos.
I thought they were yours.
Oh my gosh, he's so talented, and he does such a good job of outreach.
Yeah,
some of them are funny, some of them are informative,
some of them are serious.
And Exis, it's all Exis. I can't give enough credit to that guy. I don't give enough credit. I don't talk about him. And he doesn't want credit, but he deserves so much of it. And he did a great job.
You could see the passion in the production. You know, I mean, I kind of hang around that stuff a little bit.
He probably has so much fun doing it, too.
He has a ton of fun doing it.
Yeah, he does have a ton of fun. And, we got to bring this up because, most of the time when you go to a big event like that, the food is...
Yeah.
I mean, the rubber chicken.
Yeah.
The Town and Country, folks. If you ever need to do an event, the Town and Country is it.
What'd you have? Did you have the steak?
I had the steak.
The steak was delicious.
My wife had the chicken, and then, but it was just a very well run. You had enough, facilities spread around to people if they. The only thing I wanted to do is get my picture taken with Trump, and I forgot.
Yeah,
got it. You still got that cardboard cutout?
Well,
is it at your house?
No, you know who ran that was Carl DeMaio.
Did Carl do that?
That was his thing, yeah. So
he was there last night. I didn't get a chance to run into him.
It was great, and the live auctions were fun.
Oh my gosh! And your auctioneer was off the charts.
Steve Lewandowski, awesome guy.
He was really good because when he first started edit, I'm thinking, okay, this he's going to lose everybody on it, but he didn't.
He didn't.
He actually pulled some. I mean, you don't know how much money you brought in for San Diego County gun owners.
Not sure yet. The estimates are we had
over $100.
Yeah, over $100. We had a really fantastic night, and I can't thank everybody enough.
Every box was stuffed in the silent auctions. Every box was just okay, folks. Yes, I won a gun.
What did you win?
I won the 1022.
Oh, his gopher gun.
1022, the gopher gun.
And we have an auction now priced next time because it's going to be shooting gophers at Dave's house.
I know. I cannot wait.
My wife prize next time.
My wife has not stopped talking about it. She woke up this morning. She's, can you believe we won a gun? Can you believe we won a gun?
Dave says, I never win. He won.
I never win.
Wait. So there were two Ruger 1022s. Was yours actually there, or was yours?
Mine was actually there.
Or the picture?
Well, I'm assuming it was there. It was that
the picture was Cal Customs. Proms up in Fallbrook, but then the one that was there was Gunfighter.
Right, that was with Gunfighter Tactical, and that's the one I won. I got my picture taken, so I'm going to...
Congratulations.
And so, which brings up a point. We ought to probably wait till Dylan comes on. I live out in East County. Can I put up a couple of hay bales and a piece of 3/4-inch plywood and shoot in my backyard?
You're not going to believe this, but the answer is complicated.
There you go. Really? Wait till after the break when Dylan comes on.
I will.
We'll ask
him. Well,
because,
it's a 22.
Like with every gun question in California, the answer is
it's complicated.
Decidedly maybe.
It's complicated.
A definite tentative hypothetical reassurance.
Yes, exactly. It is a definite maybe.
I like definite maybe, but I cannot wait. Of course, I'm getting on the website. I don't know which model I got of the 1022. You got one that breaks apart.
The breakdown. I don't think it was the breakdown.
I don't think it was either. It didn't look like it. But I don't care. I'm just so stoked. I haven't had a 22 since I was a kid.
I think it was like they have like kind of a semi. Sam, do you know? Don't they have like a semi like tactical 1022 or something?
It was the one with like that tan colored Magpul chassis.
Right.
Awesome.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
So which one were you shooting for? You didn't get.
I really had my eye on that Ruger PC carbine.
I did too.
I have one of those.
I dumped a lot of tickets in that box. Let me tell you.
You did. You were stuffing.
I was stuffing.
That's good.
So the guy that won that,
yeah,
somebody I reconnected with recently, went to college with my brother like 25 years ago. Just happens to live in San Diego. Came to the dinner last night after getting his CCW. Had no idea he could get a CCW. We helped him through the process and said, "Well, heck, I'm coming to the dinner." Came to the dinner, won a gun.
Isn't that amazing?
Now, all right, brand new 10-ring member now too.
Absolutely
fabulous.
Well, we'll talk more about that when we come back right here on Gun Sports Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170. The Answer. Hannah, don't be jumping up and down. What are you up? I think he's a cheerleader.
You're on.
I'm always on, but hey, this is FM 96.1, AM 1170. We are the answer. Hey, folks, have you been dragging your feet, making your AR rifle California legal in recognition of the new gun laws? Well, if you want your AR to have a pistol grip, telescoping stock, 4 grips, and still have a detachable magazine, check out Cali Key. Whether you are buying a new AR or need to make your current AR compliant, Cali Key is a cost-effective, easy solution that will allow you to keep your AR compliant and future-proof. Go to CaliKey.com. That's KALIKEY, KALIKEY.com. Last but not least, do you or any of your family keep a taser, pepper spray, or firearm, or any other weapon for personal protection? Well, what would you do if you got pulled over and the police officer decided he wanted to take you for a ride? Who are you going to call? Well, guess what? Firearms Legal Protection is the answer. For less than $10 a month, you'll get a 24-hour peace of mind legal representation. You can call them. It's a hotline, 365 days out of the year. Go to the website, firearmslegal.com, or you can call them at 469-310-9100, 469-310-9100, and they will definitely hook you up. And when you do talk to them, tell them, hey, thanks a lot for supporting Gun Sports Radio, because we appreciate it as much as you do. All right, well, Mr. Dillon has not called in, and by the way, if you do need a lawyer for your gun issues, Gatsky, Dillon, and Balance, LLP, or go to cafirearmslaw.com. John will be more than happy to help you out. Free advice on the phone. He'd be more than happy to make sure you stay out of trouble. 760-431-9501. That's cafirearmslaw.com.
Gatsky, Dillon, and Balance were table sponsors last night.
Yes, they were.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Did his dad show up?
Yeah,
probably so.
I think it was his. I think he was there with his. At least one of his partners. I think it was his brother. I don't think his dad was there.
No, he's changing diapers right now. I can guarantee you.
As was Gina for NRA Board of Directors. She was a table sponsor.
Yes, sir.
Night.
Congratulations. And,
Courtesy
Thank you,
of
Gina.
my wonderful executive director,
and who was that?
Mr. Mike.
Oh, that helps.
So tell us about the NRA board.
Yeah, what's
Your run for NRA board.
Well, I last week I kind of made the announcement while I was calling in and give you guys a report from the NRA annual meetings.
Yes.
After watching, I'd kind of been thinking about it for a while, but after watching the annual meeting and some of the people that, to me, were not helping the matter, kind of occurred to me, if you want to make change, you really need to be the person doing it. So I talked to like 35 board members and most of the senior leadership of the NRA and said, hey, I'm really interested in running for board. And they were all like, go for it. And all of them to a word. And,
not just yes, but heck yes.
Yeah. And, because I kind of have a little bit of the diversity thing going for me. But and I was invited to a lot of just really amazing events, courtesy of Willis Lee. Kind of made the path really smooth for me. And it was just fantastic.
So let's talk about the diversity thing. So you are the president of the Log Cabin Republicans, which is the LGBT branch of the Republican Party.
Right. In San Diego, I'm the president.
And would you be the, I'm trying to think, would you, if elected, would you be the first LGBT representative on the NRA board?
I honestly couldn't answer the question, but I definitely would be the first trans person.
And you know what? Yeah. And you don't even care. Right?
No, yeah, that's just kind of a feature in my life.
Really, when you come right down
like I said, I'll actually pull that card if it'll help us make progress getting on the board and making difference.
So what does progress and difference mean for getting on the board? What would you like to focus on?
For one thing, I'm the kind of person I'm really diligent about looking into how things are running. Michael deals with that on the board of the San Diego County Gun Owners all the time.
Yep. Which I appreciate.
Really into integrity, really into honor, making sure people keep their word. I met a whole bunch of amazing people that really have their best interests of the NRA in mind. I mean, the NRA is the elephant in the room, and it's we really can't think about we need to let the NRA die. No, the NRA is, if we didn't have them now, groups like San Diego County Gun Owners would be essentially meaningless because we'd have no place to be starting from. Mm-hmm. All that would have been gone in 1968, basically.
Yep. Well, you'll get a kick out of this. So I get a phone call. I'm driving down the freeway. I was telling Lance last night, and it's the NRA. I don't normally pick up the phone, but it was a 306 or 307, someplace back east. And I thought I was waiting for a call from L.A., and I thought it was a 310, but I'm old. So I hit it, and it's this really nice lady. She says, yes, I'm from the NRA. I go, wait a minute. You know how long I've been trying to get a hold of you guys? So I'm telling about the radio show. She got all excited. She took all my information down. I says, yeah, because we would love to support you guys down here, so we'll see how that shakes out. But I did tell her, you make it very difficult to get through to the NRA.
They do. I have some help, some people that I know there that would help if we want to talk to them.
Well, I want to get, what's his face on? The director.
Wayne LaPierre.
LaPierre. I used to have him on before. I've had him on when I did a gun show a few years back. And an awesome guy.
Gina,
I was absolutely blown away by him.
Very passionate person, very knowledgeable.
His depth of knowledge is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And his wife is also extremely passionate about the whole, NRA.
So what can the general public do to help you get on the board, or is that all through NRA?
Well, immediately or very shortly, I should get my petitions out. I'm going to send them out on to all my Facebook friends. Mm-hmm. I need to collect. My target is 1,500 signatures of voting NRA members. So that's people that have been annual members for 5 years in a row. And life members. So everybody that's not a life member that I know, you really need to upgrade your memberships.
Right? Every time you do your event, you're going to have to bring her with you, have her little table off to the side, right?
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, so and I can have a lot of people sign those. I'm working on getting a very high-level sponsor within the NRA. I had quite a few good conversations with previous presidents, and none of them have agreed yet, but I'm not giving up on that. I actually just started it.
Yeah, don't ever give up.
No, I do. Come on,
So
you guys know me better than that.
So if you get on the board, what does that mean?
Well, there's 76 people on the NRA board who basically run the business, run the corporation of the NRA, and so I'll be one of 76. Mm-hmm. I tend to work together with people and try to find solutions. Mm-hmm. I'm generally not an in-your-face kind of changer. I'm kind of let's just kind of make successive progress here. And it's a 3-year term, which is really good. There's a lot. Every NRA member or every NRA board member is on several committees, like outreach. Probably end up by choice being on the outreach committee, which Willis Lee is running now, and Willis Lee was elected second vice president. So that was really an encouraging thing for me, too. And then I'm also going to ask to be submitted to the NRA nomination board, which that's kind of if you want to get elected, that's the better way to be approved, because they only really approve or nominate 28 people a year. So there's 3 extras. So if you're on that list, it's a pretty good list to be on. So I'm going to work that. I sent a bunch of emails out to people that I talked to back there, and they're going to get me the package. And there's a whole package of how to apply for this stuff. And
so when you get ready to rock and roll, then you'll have to let us know, and we'll definitely dedicate some time.
See, do I know anybody on the radio?
Probably not.
Yeah.
And I'm sure KUSI. You know who we did not invite last night? And I should thump you on the noggin.
What? Who?
Steve Cohen.
He actually he was invited. So he was going to be at somebody's table and something. KUSI was there though. I got interviewed by KUSI.
Oh, I know. I told him to come out. I didn't see him. I must have got there.
Yeah, they were there. In fact, Sam and Senator Anderson got interviewed as well.
Sam went on TV.
He went on TV.
Boy, you're going to have to pay a lot of money now. He's talent.
I know, right?
Yeah. Now, what's your talent fee?
Well, first of all, I didn't know that was going on television until he told me afterwards.
I think that would have been a better thing for you then, probably.
Yeah. Here's a mic. Here's stand right here. Say
Did you get
words.
A clip of it?
I got to look on their website. I didn't.
Oh, no.
I was busy last night.
Tell me what time it ran, and I'll send an email and see if I can get a clip for it.
Okay, cool. I will.
If you know what time frame it was,
it would have been like their 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it live.
No.
Well, I'd like to get it for you so I can send it to you if you got to go on TV.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That's my TV station too, by the way.
Especially because it's 3,000 miles away from where I live.
Yeah.
So but Gina, 1,500 signatures, right? So we got to get that figured out. Basically, you need 1,500. We're going to say life members. I know 5 consecutive years, but let's find
that's safe. Yeah.
Yeah, 1,500. So we're going to need a little help. I mean,
absolutely.
We should be able to knock that out in San Diego County alone.
As easy as you get people, this will be a walk in the park.
It should be. It should be. It's up to the people listening on whether or not it is.
Right.
I think it will.
You know what I mean?
And the other really kind of sad statistic on this is they send out 2.4 million ballots. And only 150,000 people send them back. So 5% of voting members actually vote.
Wow.
So we should be able to find 150,000. If I get 150,000 votes, I'll be elected.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got to have 150,000 votes?
The top winner of this year had 120. So I set my
goals high. Call Steve. Get her on TV.
Yeah, right.
And
you got more pull than I got.
No one in this town has.
But there's 150,000 life members in California without any problem at all.
Dave Stahl can't get arrested in this town.
That's true. I'm not doing nothing.
Let's try it, though. Yeah. Let's try it.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, Wild Man Casey is on the line from Gun Sports Radio, or Gun Range San Diego. I actually met him last night.
Finally.
Not anything like I expected. I thought it would be a skinny little guy, about 110 pounds. Not even close. So don't go anywhere, folks, because I don't know what he's going to talk about. Do you have a No, he just wants to talk about himself. And that's cool, too. Right here on Gun Sports Radio, FM 96, AM 1170. All right, folks, welcome back. Gun Sports Radio right here on FM 96.1, AM 1170. The Answer. The segment's brought to you by the Nordstroms of Gun Ranges, the Gun Range San Diego, 7853 Balboa Avenue in lovely San Diego. Go to thegunrangesandiego.com. Sit back, and you'll be blown away by all the things that you can do at the Gun Range San Diego. If you've got a company and you want to do a little morale boost with your people, take them to a party at the Gun Range San Diego. Maybe you just got some friends, or it's a birthday party, or bar mitzvah, a bachelorette party. Any of the above, they can do it. You want to get a CCW? They can help you there as well. TheGunRangeSanDiego.com. 10 to 10, 7 days a week, 858-573. Get it. 1911. Pretty slick. Pretty slick. Hey, we got Wildman Casey on the line. How you doing, bud?
Pretty good. How are you guys holding up?
So you holding up. So you did survive last night, huh?
He never had less than 2 beers in his hand.
Not
in
even.
one hand.
Why do you think I called him Wildman?
That was my little, hydration after the fact.
Absolutely.
After the flask.
Some whiskey going on. I was enjoying the night.
I got a bone to pick.
Wait a minute, Casey. Wait a minute, Casey. You're in trouble. What's the bone?
At no time last night did you come up and introduce yourself, Casey. Did you not see me?
How could you miss him?
There Oh, well.
I was waiting for my food. I was hungry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'll take it.
I honestly, I was actually kind of disappointed because I didn't know I was going to go to this the last minute, and I didn't get to pick my meal. Everybody else got steak, and I got the chicken, and I was kind of let down on that because I really wanted a big piece of beef on there. But it was a great night.
Just to let you know, you missed out on a great steak. It was really, really good.
Yeah, it was so
just
good.
make him feel a little better.
Mouth watering. Oh my God, it was so.
Well, Veronica and Justin were there, and they're just the best people in the whole world. And Veronica, thank you so much for sponsoring a table and coming out and donating a gun and
thank you for Casey
out there and then getting Casey out there, even though he had to have chicken. But thank you so much, Veronica. Really appreciate it.
That was fabulous.
Yeah, it was a really great time, and I'm actually very fortunate that I was able to go, and looking forward to next year, that's for sure. And next year I'll wear one of my better American flag apparel, because I was going to wear my American flag overalls and just be belligerent. But I was like, you know what? I got to ease them into the wild me. I just got to ease them into it at first.
Yeah,
wow, that was great. I was looking around.
Yeah, I almost wore my Stars and Stripes car shirt. So you and I were kind of on the same page. So that worked out. Worked out well.
Yeah, it was great. All the turnout, a lot of the firearms that people brought out. I was kind of jealous about that Boba Fett helmet and clock. That thing was actually pretty cool.
Boba Fett.
All right, you know what? Before we go too much fun, where did that helmet come from?
The Boba Fett helmet?
Yeah.
So Gunfighter Tactical did the circuit. So I pointed out, I was talking to Gunfighter Tactical, like, we want to do something special. And I said, well, it's May the 4th. You got to do some kind of Star Wars theme, something. He goes, okay, done. So he did a Boba Fett themed Glock 17. And so I couldn't believe it. We went and bought a Boba Fett helmet to go along with it. Where
did you find a Boba Fett helmet?
The Googles.
Oh, the Googles.
I got to say, let me tell you, in today's world, it is, we had to decide which one of the Boba Fett helmets we could buy. I mean, there are so many Boba Fett helmets out there. I had no idea.
That's so funny.
Yeah, there's actually a ballistic one. If you go on Heckler & Koch social media, they posted one. I was actually out there on the photo shoot with it. It's a full chest plate, ballistic armor, ballistic helmet, everything.
You're killing.
Taking Star Wars one step too far.
Yeah, right.
What is it? Mandalorian, right? Mandalorian armor? That's awesome.
Yeah, Mandalorian armor. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But the whole event last night, I ran into a bunch of old friends that I haven't seen in a while.
See?
It was a great, camaraderie of everybody in there. It was great. Chew and I, we were over there hanging out with Gunfire. They're out there challenging us for that 3-gun competition. So,
are you guys in, Casey? Are you in?
We're looking at it. We're discussing.
We're looking at it.
So,
step up, baby. Step up.
See that?
And I've run plate carriers for far too long. I don't know if I want to wear another one, but I might do it.
Step up.
That's why we gave you chicken last night.
Boy, you can't.
Chicken and then probably taste some beers.
Yeah, probably so. So what's going on at the range today?
Not much, actually. It's pretty steady, but usually right now Sundays have been kind of a little slow because of Game of Thrones, of course. Everybody's watching it. But we've been pretty steady. Right now we've got a couple of new shotguns in. We got a couple new H70s, and then the nice new 590A1, and it looks like they call it a retrograde. So it looks like an old trench gun from World War I, World War II. It's an awesome gun. So I'm kind of thinking about putting that on the gun range. But, I'm going to talk a little bit about shotguns today if we got a little time for it. But
sure.
That's kind of one of our bigger rentals on the firearm world over here is the shotguns, because everybody wants to have the biggest, loudest boom that we got in there. So the ones we're running right now, we got the 870, we have the Kel-Tec KSG, we got a Mossberg 590 over there, and then we have the Chiappa Triple Threat. It's that cool little 3-barrel shotgun. That one's, it's always fun, and when people get that one, they always put slugs in it. I don't know why they do it, but they do.
Talk more about that. It's a 3-barrel break action shotgun, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, 3-barreled. It's hammerless, internal mechanism with it, and it's just a single trigger, so they fire sequential. Pretty fun gun, honestly. You normally only see double barrels and whatnot, but I mean, if you're hunting, it's actually a viable read. It's a viable excuse for it. It is an 18.5-inch barrel, so it's a little bit shorter, but it's just a fun gun to shoot, and it's always a head turner because people are like, is that a 3-barrel shotgun? Anything that's more than 1 or 2 barrels always catches people's eyes. And, it's actually a really, really fun gun that I like to shoot on there, but shooting slugs out of it, Lord have mercy.
Well, I frequently I talk about it all the time. I know everybody's got an AR addiction. Everybody's got 15 ARs or whatever, and pistols. I get it. If you don't have a shotgun though and know how to use it, I mean, it's so functional. There's so many things you can do. You got to get a shotgun. You got to learn how to use it. The first time I went to a 4-day shotgun class, I didn't know what I didn't know.
Exactly.
And it's kind of one of those deals, pistols and ARs or any kind of semi-auto rifle are flashy, but it's the people that really know what they're doing and want to know what they're doing that are shotgun folks. What do you think of that opinion?
It's 100% true, because everybody thinks shotgun. Just point it in the general direction, hit your target. Not necessarily. I mean, if you're using birdshot, maybe, but you don't want to use birdshot for home defense.
Or if you're shooting clay, or if you're shooting sporting clays with Gina.
Well, with my Benelli M4,
right? When you're thinking shotguns, most of the time you're either thinking a pump action or semi-auto. You are limited to your rounds. You really are. Out here in California, you have 10-round limit.
Ammo limited.
itself. Yeah, exactly. So you have to be very cautious of your rounds, and you have to know how many rounds you have left. So you're sitting there counting them and whatnot. And when it comes to your reloads, you have to be quick on them. Most of the time, people that think in the video games, it's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, my gun's reloaded. Absolutely not. Because you're taking, one shell out of your carrier, loading the breech. It takes time to practice it, and that's probably one of the biggest handicaps for 3-gun competitions is a shotgun.
Yeah, I actually shoot my handgun if I have a choice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, your handgun over? Yeah, I like my handguns too, but
no. If I have a choice in a 3-gun match about shooting a handgun or a shotgun, I'll use my handgun any day because I can load 15 rounds in like a tenth of a second. So.
Yeah, and then your reloads with your shotguns, unless you have those speed sticks, or you're sitting there practicing again and again and again, over and over, hours and hours, you're going to be fumbling around, especially when you're trying to move. They do have magazine-fed pump actions now.
Have you tried it? Cool. Have you tried those?
We have one in here. It's the Mossberg 590 with a magazine fed, and I've shot them before. They are cool, but this one is a double stack 10-round mag, so it's pretty much like a half-gallon carton of milk hanging off the bottom of your shotgun. So you got to get multiple mags. You got to have some big pouches. I know Remington makes their 870 with a magazine fed, and it's a single stack. So it's, their 6-round mags are about the size of your AR-15 mags, which is cool and all. But again, out here in California, we are limited on, when it comes to semi-automatic and magazine fed, can't do that stuff and whatnot. So pretty much out here, pump actions dominates it. The 500s, 590s, the 870s. Those are kind of the more home defense tactical ones, I guess you can say. And I say tactical very loosely because I despise that word. But yeah, shotguns, everybody needs a shotgun. Absolutely. I know Big 5 used to do things. We still do them here. Is like the Mossberg 500 package deal. You get the 18.5-inch barrel, and then you get the 28-inch barrel that comes with it. Something like that. But yeah, you can get the package deals on them because, one, home defense, good. And if you want to go hunting bird, slap the other barrel on it, have at it.
There you go.
I love my 500.
I love mine too.
Yeah.
I love it. I like where the safety is.
Gina, we just got the thumbs down by Gina.
You don't like it, Gina?
Are you an 870 person?
No, I'm a Benelli M4 person.
That's like
I'll be blatant. That's so much easier to shoot.
Yeah, that's like we were just arguing over like a Ford versus a Chevy,
Exactly.
and she comes in and says, "I like a Lamborghini."
Exactly. Yeah. Price is no
And this
object.
surprises you how.
See, price is no object for Gina.
Hey, I got a quick question,
There
Casey.
we go.
This has nothing to do with shotgun. We were just talking about it. You can still purchase a Tavor in California, right? In some variation.
Yep, they'll just basically put a grip wrap on it and put a compensator.
Okay, cool.
Oh, there you go.
We have a Tavor here on the range.
Oh, go down and practice. There you go.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, I like it. It's, bullpup design makes it a little bit shorter.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little bit more technical with it, but it's still an excellent and fun gun. Just
All
takes
right.
a little getting used to the whole design.
By the way, Gina liked that, so you got a thumbs up.
Got a thumbs up that time.
You had a thumbs down a minute ago. Now it's up. All right, buddy. Well, hey, thanks a lot for taking time out of your day to call us. And really, thank you for coming by and supporting Gun Prom last night. It was awesome meeting you. So we hope to see you again down the road, my friend.
I'll be there. I'll see you guys around. Have a great day.
All right. Hey, before we take a break, hey, folks, have you been dragging your feet making your AR rifle California legal in recognition of the new gun laws? Well, if you want your AR to have a pistol grip, telescoping stock, foregrip, and still have a detachable magazine, you need to check out Cali Key. Whether you're buying a new AR or need to make your current AR compliant, Cali Key is a cost-effective, easy solution that will allow you to keep your AR compliant and future-proof your AR from all those horrible California gun laws. Keep your entire AR collection intact at a price you can afford with Cali Key. Check them out at calikey.com. That's KALIKEY.com. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Sam was so excited about being on air, he came all the way out just to hang out at Gun Prom.
He's here.
And he's here live in studio. We've got 337 questions we're going to ask him. He doesn't know them yet, but he will. Right here on Gun Sports Radio. All right, folks, welcome back. You're listening to Gun Sports Radio right here on FM 96.1, AM 1170. The Answer. This segment is brought to you by... Oh, wait. Do you or any of your family keep a taser, pepper spray, firearms, or other weapon for personal protection? Do you have or are you going to get a CCW? Well, if you're involved in an incident, what would you do? Who would you call? Well, you're going to have to call somebody, and hopefully it's a lawyer you know. But to beat that, go to Firearms Legal Protection. Just for $10 a month, you'll have peace of mind 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with any and all of your situations. In fact, one of our sponsors, Gasky, Dillon & Balance, LLP, could be one of the lawyers that helps you out. Go to firearmslegal.com. It'll be the best $10 you ever spent in your life, especially if you get pulled over. 844-357-9400, 844-357-9400. All right, who's going to abuse this poor boy today?
That's me.
I had that feeling.
All right.
All right, for another episode, live in the studio version of Stump My Nephew. Sam, the gunman. How you doing, Sam?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Okay, this comes from Karen out in Lakeside. Karen wants to know. Okay, here's your question. Let's see. The mini ball was a revolutionary bullet design used extensively in the Civil War because of its ease of loading, range, and accuracy. What was the caliber?
Was that Karen from Lakeside?
Karen from Lakeside.
Thanks very much for the question. It's actually sort of a trick question. It wasn't made in any one caliber. It was made in a variety of calibers because the muskets used at the time came in a variety of calibers, 50, 68. Some of them were like 73 or 75 or something. Those weren't as common though. But
was there one that was most common? She has an answer, and I honestly we didn't double check it.
I would say 68 was probably the most common.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
How about that?
All right, I got one for him.
All right.
Since I won a gun last night, a 1022, where did they come up with the name 1022 for that?
Because it's a 22 and it holds 10.
Dang it.
Hoo-ha.
Bill Ruger was real creative with that one, wasn't he?
Dude, he did that way too fast.
Didn't even think about it.
It's
Shot
the first,
you down, Dave.
It's the first question I've asked,
Right.
and he got me.
Now when you're shooting that plinker gopher gun, you'll know what it really means.
So, and the where you put it's got a little round.
Yeah, a little rotary magazine.
How's that for dependability, or have you even messed with it?
I don't own a 1022, but I hear nothing but good things about them. They've been making those magazines for, 30, 40 years?
So they may have it perfected?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you like that name, wait, you'll flip when you hear about the 77 357. It's a Ruger M77 in 357.
Really?
Yeah, they love coming up with really creative names at Ruger.
Kind of like the car business. Yeah. So what'd you think of Gun Prom last night?
It was fantastic. That was my first time ever going.
Is that worth the flight? Because it was a long flight for you guys.
It was worth the flight. 6 hours out here, but it was a lot of fun. There were 600 people there
that all think the way you do.
Yeah, that all think the way I do. That was that was the
How
first
often
time.
does that happen?
Well, I can probably count the people who I can talk to about guns where I live on one hand.
Yeah. That's kind of what I thought. And I think that was one of the reasons we wanted to bring you out, because you've been such a phenomenal contributor to this show. I mean, you have actually become the highlight of this show. We have people literally waiting to see if somebody can stump you.
Well, thank you very much for saying that, and thank you. I'd like to give a big thank you to everyone who listens. Apparently, some people came up to me at the gun prom last night and wanted to introduce themselves. Apparently, I've got fans. I don't know what the deal is.
All
there.
over the world,
But
Sam.
Well, but it justifiably so. I mean, how old are you?
19.
Jeez Louise. I mean, you have such a vast knowledge of the industry, and not just one part of it, but the whole industry, everything from ammo to guns to the history. So you must read a lot about the history of weapons?
Yeah, I do. I try and read about it as much as I can. Unfortunately, there aren't really a whole lot of good books on the topics, and you can either get a book that's you can either get a book that's really detailed about one thing and costs $200, or you can get a book that covers everything in so little detail it doesn't tell you anything you already knew.
Gina and I were talking about the NRA museum, right, Gina? This guy would be the perfect person to take.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking
Holy
about that.
smokes!
One of the people I met back there was Jim Sapika, I think it was.
Okay, where's back there?
Oh, when I was at the NRA meetings.
Where's the NRA headquarters?
NRA headquarters is in Fairfax, Virginia, and they have the National Firearms Museum at their headquarters.
That's got to be close to where you live, right?
It's about 45 minutes.
Have you ever been?
Yeah, I've. It's weird. I've only been once.
Who took you?
My crazy Uncle Mike was in town.
Oh, Uncle Mike.
And
not going to miss that opportunity.
I like that. Crazy
Maybe Gina.
Uncle Mike.
Maybe you could hook him up with.
Yeah, well, Jim offered to give me the backstage tour.
There you go.
So
you got to take him
I
with
think
you.
I know who
Hook
will
up
go with
Sandy
me.
Gunman when that happens. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, it was really funny because he and I sat in the hallway during the board meeting and just talked about cool old guns on his phone. He had an iPad with all the new collections on.
Wow.
All right, well, you got to
I
get
think
Gina
he
elected to
probably-
the board.
Yeah.
You got to get Gina elected to the board.
In that trip of the museum, where I was walking around with Sam, and Laura was walking around, and I look over, and Laura is walking away with one of the workers, one of the guys that was, in the museum.
It happens.
And I'm like, where's she going? And she comes back, and they gave her like a replica copy of the Second Amendment and the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. And I'm like, what the heck? How come we didn't get?
Please, jeez Louise.
I had not yet become Sam the Gunman. Maybe if I.
Now that you're Sam the Gunman,
Then you'd get it.
we got to make him. We got to make him some shirts.
Oh, hey, man. Yeah.
Sam the Gunman,
Okay.
KCBQ AM 1170 Gun Sports Radio.
That's great. All
I
three
think
go.
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Hey, all I do is answer questions. It's anyone can do that. It's not special.
Well,
come on.
answering
Yeah,
questions is one thing. Having the correct answer is another.
Yeah.
Now, granted, you did get stumped twice, I think.
Yeah, twice, and there was one time where sorta. I count that as a half for
So
my
you're
record.
2.5. And how many times have you been called in now?
This is, I believe, number 29, and
I'll take those odds.
Either I'm
to the
right
bank.
or all my friends at home are going to chew me out for saying the wrong number.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I'll take those odds to the bank any time at all. And the thing I like about having you on is your passion. I mean, you're 19 and you're so passionate about this, and it's just a breath of fresh air.
Well, this is really pretty much my only outlet. They don't say it, but I think my parents sort of got tired of me, blathering onto them for however. Like a half hour about obturation or whatever.
Yeah, right. I'm sure Mom and Dad, right.
Rifling twist rates.
They said it to me. They do.
Twist rates.
Yeah, twist rates.
Oh, twist rates are a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, and see, but
barrel twist.
Yeah, barrel twist. Hey,
I love this kid. I mean,
I do too. And you can't
like me.
You can't
a few
have
weeks
him.
ago.
You can't have him. He's already taken. Hey, somebody was bringing up a question. I was hoping Dylan would be on the line. Maybe one of you guys would know. Man, we know. Sam will know. But you know what, this new ammo law coming up?
Yep.
Does that have any reference to reloaders?
No.
Stereo.
Yeah. No. Components are not affected at all.
Yet.
Is that's most Gina? It's the most accurate way of putting it. Components are not affected by this law at all.
Right now,
they are not
they
yet.
are free
Today at 4:56. It's
We're not lawyers. This is not legal advice.
And don't you love it?
But right now, there is no restriction on buying brass, buying powder. There's some powder restrictions.
Now I just have to remember who asked me that question.
So,
common question, actually.
Enlighten me as a citizen of a free state what this new ammo law is.
Oh, you really want to?
We don't have enough time.
We don't have. Yeah, basically.
All right, you can tell me after the show.
So I'll sum it up this way: you're basically going to have to take all the steps to buy ammo that you do to buy a firearm.
Right.
And so that's going to stop crime, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Gang members have assured us that
Yeah.
they're going to stop
They
shooting
called
each
in.
other.
Just like all the previous California gun laws have stopped crime.
Well, then you must believe the same thing I believe. I don't know completely because I'm a little different than you are, but if the government can come up with and the police and law enforcement can come up with a comprehensive plan to take guns away from all the criminals, and they enact it, and it lasts for 6 months, and they show definite number decrease, I'm more than happy to give them my gun.
Well, if it works, but
it's not.
I think confiscation is sort of a slippery slope.
Very slippery. And that's just the thing. But see, they're going after you and I. They don't, they can't go after the criminal because it's too difficult.
Yeah, unfortunately, they try and pass all these new laws when the current ones either don't make sense or aren't being enforced.
Exactly.
And it's like an alcoholic trying to drink himself sober, as they say.
Yeah. Well, and you're absolutely right. There's laws on the book they don't enact. Why are they not enacting these laws? That's the thing.
Enforcing.
Yeah.
They're derelict of duty. They're absolutely derelict.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Yep, they're derelict of duty.
It's absolutely great. All right. Well, hey, again, folks, mark your calendar. Gun Prom. If
Do we
you
have a date
haven't
yet?
been,
No
you got
date
a date yet?
No. Well, we announce it every January.
Yeah.
Okay, we
But I
announced it
got to tell
January.
you, and in the meantime, go to SanDiegoCountyGunOwners.com and join. That's $10 minimum a month, and the benefits are endless. And if you want to move up the ladder, you can do that too. You can find it all on SanDiegoCountyGunOwners.com. I'm telling you, folks, if somebody was telling me the other day, I'm leaving California. Well, I'm not. I'm staying and fighting.
And from everybody at San Diego County Gun Owners, everybody that put the dinner together, a very heartfelt and sincere thank you to everybody that showed up and all the sponsors that made it happen. Thank you very much for a wonderful evening.
All right, folks, keep the rubber side down, the shiny side up. We are out of here, but don't go anywhere. I got a great interview coming up on PTSD for men. Take a listen to this.
Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network.